Hello everyone, this is the Prussian Prince with another Total War Attila tournament match cast. This is the Agartha Flash tournament number 5, also known as Hordes of Jotunheimer or something like that. Sorry for pronouncing it that way. But anyway, gonna go over the rules first before we get into this game. So, we have 12,500 funds for the game, so that is different. Then we have large armies, that means 40 slots. No Burgundians. 20 minutes time limit, that is very odd. You would think it would be like 40. But I guess 20 is better for a flash tournament. Then unit limit, let's see, max 4 of the same unit. Max 8 cavalry. Max 5 heavy and very heavy cavalry. Max 16 infantry. Max 6 pikes. Max 8 foot skirmishers. Max 2 horse skewers / slayers. Max 6 of the same unit. That's for Celts, because normally it's max 4. General is included in all limits. No artillery, no deployables. The map pool, we have plains, Pyrenees, swamps. That's 3 of the standard maps. Then we have, let's see, Constantia, Carthago, and Eblana. Those are not the CA standard maps. They're just from the battle map selector. And the admin sets the maps for each round. Player higher in the bracket picks a faction first. Basically, if it's the final, they just switch around from like game 1 to game 2. But in the tiebreaker, if needed, the player who lost in the second game picks the faction first. Both players are designated attackers. No mirror matchups, and a faction cannot be used twice in the tournament. So, also, you cannot cover your flanks or rear with the red line. It has to be like 200 range difference between you and the red line. So yeah, that is it. Gonna go over this game though. So this is the first round of the tournament. Match between Orgetorix of Agartha and Ultramarine of VM. So Orgetorix is in command of the Franks here, as you can see, and his opponent, Ultramarine, is the Elements. Very, very interesting choice indeed. They could work against the Franks, of course. But since it's the first round, I guess both players want to make sure that they keep their better factions for the next few rounds. But yeah, I mean, Orgetorix is clearly favored against Ultramarine, no doubt. But let me go over the compositions. So for Orgetorix, we have, let's see, his Frankish general here, bronze 1 with brace. Other cavalry units, well, 2 noble Germanic horsemen on each flank. Looks like a Frankish lancer on each flank, and 1 in the center. Skirmisher wise, wow, so many skirmishers. Well, this is large armies. 4 Germanic bows up front, 2 Germanic hurlers on each flank. We have 4 of these Royal Anstrucciones in the center. Make that, okay, another flanks of them. Elite Sword Hairband, 2 of them in total. Then we have 2 Freemen on the right flank and 2 Freemen on the left, with also 2 Bogode on the left. So that's a lot of infantry for the Franks. Now what do we have for the Elements? Let's see, the general is Germanic Noble with Warcry, or Fear ability, whatever it's called, I forgot. It is Warcry indeed. Then we have 2 Germanic horsemen on each of the flanks. 2 noble Germanic horsemen again on each of the flanks. It seems this one is bronze 1. Same for this one. Infantry wise, or let's go skirmishers. Okay, 2 Germanic hurlers on each flank, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 Germanic archers in the center. We also have a bunch of pikes in the center, these 4 Germanic pikes. Very, very interesting. Also a scavenger mob on the left flank with 2 Protectores defectors. In the center here we have some Bejeweled Nobles, 4 of them. And on the right we have 2 Protectores defectors. I would have honestly put the Bejeweled Nobles on the flanks and the Protectores defectors in the center, because the center is already guarded by the Germanic pikes, and Protectores defectors could support the Germanic pikes in case of need. But already we have a skirmish engagement going on, this scavenger mob getting targeted by these hurlers. It's gonna go down fast because it doesn't have a lot of armor or health, but the missile block chance pretty insane here. As you can see, it's 45. I think it's in the phalanx formation, but the UI doesn't really show the spear wall. Yeah, it's clearly in spear wall, but the UI doesn't show in the replay here, as you can see. So that is one problem with the replays. Sometimes it doesn't show if units are in the specific formation or not. But here, as you can see, the pikes are pushing up, but this could be crazy because if the Royal Instrucciones go in, they're just gonna kill these Germanic pikes. I mean, they could just literally charge into Germanic pikes and kill them because they're very light. They would have no problems dealing with them. As you can see here, Germanic bows pulling back, Royal Instrucciones moving up. Looks like they're just first gonna dish out their damage, just throw their jabs at the enemy, or axes, whatever, as you can see here. Or they're not actually doing that, so I guess he just wants to take the damage from these Germanic archers with them. Here on the right flank, as you can see, the Bogadae are engaging here. Gotten some kills, but they're just gonna die now. I mean, they're Bogadae. Might allow the hurlers to target down the Germanic horsemen here, though, and the Bogadae, as you can see, they're just continuously going down. Even Bogadae here going forward, but they kind of went straight into the spike, so that was a little bit weird. They're gonna go get a charge off onto this Protectores defectors. It's kind of interesting how Franks are playing this one out, just sending in these units, these crappy units on the flanks to stop the enemy units from going in, and then shooting up with the hurlers. Very, very interesting. And now this Germanic horseman not going to be able to get a charge off onto the noble Germanic horseman, so bye-bye Germanic horseman. Looks like it does turn around and get a charge off at the end of the day, but it's not going to make the difference. It's noble Germanic against Germanic, so that's going to be an easy victory for the noble Germanic. Here, as you can see, I don't know why the Royal Instrucciones are not pushing into these spikes, because they could have done this ages ago in the center. And here, these Protectores defectors are clearly out of position. Some cav charges could kill them, especially with some Bogadae follow-up. That would be insane for the Franks, but I guess they're alright with winning this flank, and I mean, it's the safer choice. Frankish Lancers coming in, they're gonna go and destroy this Protectores defectors on the charge. As you would expect, Germanic horsemen here gonna go down to these freemen, so this is a really cost-effective freeman. Germanic pikes here not being able to support. As you can see, the elite sword hairband here killed the cav while the freeman was holding it down. Very well done. Noble Germanic horseman here getting shot at, but it doesn't really matter at this point. As you can see, the Franks just destroyed this flank of the elements. Well, can't really say destroyed actually, because they only broke through over here, and now this Germanic horseman getting a charge against Frankish Lancers. So can't really say destroyed, especially as this Protectores defector is dueling it out here with the freeman. No engagement on this flank, well, kind of like skirmishing, but that's about it. But the pikes in the center, as you can see, they're just dying. Moving in shield wall, these Frankish units could do very well here. Pushing up against the pikes, not a bad move at all. But I think that should have been done way earlier, honestly, because that would have been a cost-effective engagement for the Franks, for sure. Especially with the friendly fire that these bows could have done to the pikes. Here, as you can see, at least Sword Hairband pushing in against the Germanic pikes. Well, we know who's going to win there. But this right flank, as you can see, it is turning around against the Franks, actually. Though I don't know, I just don't know why the Franks are not pushing through more with their Royal Instrucciones as they did here. As you can see, these spikes, 0 kills, these spikes, 0 kills against the Royal Instrucciones. So why didn't the Franks do this earlier with the Royal Instrucciones? I don't know. They could even charge the spike unit with the Elite Sword Hairband and kill it, but that's not happening, is it? But the cavalry units for the Franks are totally out of position. No shield wall on this unit though. Ooh, that's not good for the Franks. Getting their Royal Instrucciones charged like that, but still, this means that the general can come in and this unit's gonna go down, the Noble Germanic Horseman. Right flank, this unit came back, Freeman, and now it's gonna rear charge this Noble Germanic Horseman. Has to be really annoying for the elements. Looks like this cavalry unit is trying to push through for the Franks just to stop all these enemy units. It just wants to hold down all these 3 cav units, and it's gonna do very well here. But as you can see, just these units were so slow to react for, for the elements reacted way too slowly. Here the Royal Instrucciones, I don't know why they're not pushing here. No countercharge by these hurlers. I mean, it's funny that I'm saying that. As you can see, the Bejeweled Nobles here gonna go down to this charge of the Frankish Lancers. Not the best angle, but a lot of them are still gonna connect with the Bejeweled, and they're going to destroy this Bejeweled quite nicely. More cavalry coming in for the Franks, going straight into the fray here to make sure that these units cannot pull out, but I think it's not the best angle though. Freeman here just doing a lot of damage to the Noble Germanic Horsemen. Center here, as you can see, going not very good for the elements, however with the Bejeweled Nobles could turn around. But this flank, it is going to go down for the Franks. There's simply more cavalry here for the elements, but doesn't look like it's going to be the case because more of Frankish units are coming around, more Freemen. Freemen can actually turn around this flank completely. Ooh, this charge, I do not like this Frankish Cav Lancer charge. That's not a great one. Here, as you can see, the Bejeweled Nobles tanking very well on this. This does allow the archers to focus the Frankish General, so this is great for... This is just very good for the elements. They could destroy the Frankish General and just end this game right now. But the Freemen got here, and this is going to turn around the flank for the Franks. Just hero Freemen. They might not be the Levy Freemen of Rome 2, but they're definitely Freemen, and they're definitely annoying. The Bejeweled Nobles here gonna get attacked in the melee by Germanic bows and by Bogade. So this is a very, very good engagement so far for the Franks here. Just more flanking needs to be done, but it's not really happening. Protoss Defectors engage against Royal Instrucciones here. We know who's gonna win that. These units going to start wavering and routing for the Franks, but it's just skirmishes though, but could trigger a chain rout. But there's nothing, there's no cavalry that the elements have that could rear charge, and the elements have been way too passive with their cavalry, I feel, which is losing them the game at this point. As you can see here, just Protoss Defectors here getting just outnumbered, outgunned, and I don't think these Noble Germanic Horsemen even got their countercharge off. Just not doing too well at all. Only 15 kills on Germanic Horsemen. Oh, the thing is though that the Frankish General died as it pulled out. That's not good at all for the Franks. So with a chain route, they might actually lose this game. As you can see, the Freemen chain routed. These Frankish Lancers could start chain routing. Royal Instrucciones here not going to win against Bejeweled. Bejeweled here going to do very well. So yeah, here this Royal Instrucciones being a hero, destroying this Protoss Defectors. Germanic Nobles here, I don't know what they're doing here. Still though, more cavalry left on the field for the Franks on this side, which could just end the game. Rear charge into the Protoss Defectors would totally end it. But here we have a nice rear charge by the Royal Instrucciones against this Bejeweled. This Bejeweled engaged with the Royal Instrucciones, so it's gonna start dying soon. And here the Bejeweled are losing to Elite Sword Hairband. And these Noble Germanic Horsemen just being so annoying right now against these Germanic archers. But I mean, the archers at this point cannot really do much. Frankish General going in here to stop the Noble Germanic Horsemen from rear charging these Elite Sword Hairband. Not a bad choice considering the general is already dead. Nice Frankish Lancer charge here. It's going to stop part of the Noble Germanic Horseman charge. It's actually just Germanic Horseman charge. It's gonna stop part of it, but it is gonna connect with the Freeman and could route it, but it's still 0 morale, so it's not gonna route. And at this point, as you can see, a lot of the units of the elements are wavering and could route. Ooh, the Bejeweled Nobles here routed off the field. These Bejeweled Nobles are wavering and routing. Another cav charge here into the rear of these Protectoris defectors could route them. These guys are still on the field, still being annoying, but they're just gonna end up dying soon. Here they come. Here they come, but just so many dead bodies on the field here. Well, bodies. Let's see, more cav charges. Oh, cav charges? I mean, Protectoris defectors just charging into the fray here. And they're gonna keep these units busy for a while, but not too busy as they just routed off the field because of the crappy morale. Even the Germanic nobles here just wavering in melee against Royal Instructiones. These guys have just done so well on this flank. They were alone for so long on that flank, and they just held so nicely. Here we have a nice cav charge by this noble Germanic horseman, routing the Germanic nobles general. Here we have the final unit of the elements, I believe. Actually, no, one of the final few units. This Protectoris defector is just holding out, but it's just gonna die soon. There's nothing it can do. And the general is dead for the elements. With salt on the wound. I mean, it doesn't really matter at this point. It's a clear victory for the Franks from now on. And that is going to be game. And it's really interesting to see how the game works with 40 units. I mean, just very, very large armies. This game was pretty insane to watch, actually. But just the Franks could actually be very good in this scenario, as you saw it. Just they can bring a lot of Freemen and Bogaday, which are very cost effective considering their cost. Just 4 Freemen, 4 Bogaday, as you can see, just did very well for themselves. But yeah, that was pretty interesting, to say the least. So that is game. Orgetorix moves on. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. Share the video, and I shall see you next time.